Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Pokemon fans, and others who some fun this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today I'm reviewing episode 70 of Pokemon X and Y English dub, and it is the Goodra goodbye episode. I did a did a review about this episode a while back when it aired in Japan. And I feel the same way now as I did back then. I really don't understand why they did it this way. Um, Basically, what happens in this episode is everybody finds out Team Rocket is involved. They steal all the water. They're still basically faking out Florges until Ash and the gang show up, which was completely stupid. They could have gone away at any point during this whole fiasco, but they decided to stay because the anime just doesn't care about Team Rocket's capabilities and possibilities of doing anything, at least. Um, that's one of the main reasons why I always complain about Team Rocket is like they really make it obvious that they're not gonna get away, and it really hurts them as characters that this always happens at every time. That's why I liked the Jessie episode centered around her, falling in love with the doctor. It's like they fleshed out the characters, and that really would be better for the series if they just like let them split off and then have Team Rocket just end. Like those three in particular, like Meowth goes do something else, and then we have James figured out that he doesn't want to do this anymore. He leaves, and then Jessie finds somebody she falls in love with. Or maybe she just gets focused on something else and she just doesn't want to be part of Team Rocket anymore. Because they just aren't interesting anymore. Like if you're actually like my age group, like if you're part of the group of Pokemon fans that still watch the anime at this point, from when it started, you honestly most of us just do not care about Team Rocket anymore. So just seeing that happen really just bugged me. Um, because it's the same thing over and over again. What Team Rocket say, the Ashton gang show up, they're trying to convince, Florges that this is all a mistake, the Team Rocket's the one pulling all the strings. Then Team Rocket quote unquote gets away. And then we have probably like the coolest part about this whole episode was the fact that Goodra literally set Ash flying, and then Florges, with her cool, swag, rides a young Mega up to the helicopter, not helicopter, but like the plane looking thing, and then Goodra pulls a Godzilla. If you guys don't know, in one of the movies, like really old Godzilla movies, Godzilla was able to fly, by shooting its atomic breath into the ground and propulsing it into the air. That's basically what Goodra did. Goodra like just dragon pulsed into the ground, which sent it flying and then landed on top of the plane. And they broke through. We expected this. They were able to rescue everybody. Um, and because Team Rocket had all the water, after they were sent flying off, um, we did have a typical Ash moment where he's basically like, okay, so Pikachu, Dedenne, and Wooper are sent via Yanmega to safety. Florges almost falls down, and Goodra saves it, but then he also falls down because explosions are going on, and Ash jumps down to try to, rescue them in typical Ash style. He really shouldn't be doing this as much as he does, because like jumping out of a plane is really crazy. He goes down. He's literally like they get rescued, or at least attempt rescue by the Beedrills, but they can't handle the weight. And then you have all the water Pokemon use water gun to like kind of waterfall them down into safety. And then basically Goodra goes for Rain Dance and Florges goes for Grassy Terrain, bring life back to the wetlands. And then, of course, in case you didn't know this, Goodra is left behind by Ash. Now they try to make it all emotional, and honestly, that's the thing that bugged me the most about this the first time I saw it. most of us knew this episode was coming before it aired. Like in Japan, and like around the time Goodra or Gumi not showed up particularly, but like close to its evolution, we got leaks of the Goodra goodbye episode. So it was like, plus, like I said, it has. I haven't said this in the English dub version because obviously I know a lot of you guys didn't want to get spoiled. Um, prior to this episode, so I didn't mention it as much. But it hasn't really been that long since we got Gumi, and like the evolution was so rushed, there was no, you couldn't really get attached to any one of them at a single point because Gumi didn't last very long, and then. Even though we have the fandom when the whole Lord Gumi thing, that's really all it had going for it because we didn't see it develop enough. Because as soon as we thought it was going to get some development, it evolved into Slagoo. And then even Sagu stuff, it was not that. I think it was shorter than the Gumi side, so there was no time to get attached to Sagu. And then we had Goodra, and all of a sudden we have a powerhouse, which I gotta agree. I mean, I still love the battles that they put Goodra in, but it's not emotional enough to get attached to it. I mean, we've seen other Pokemon get left behind, and we've seen other Pokemon be released, and they've all like there was at least an extended period of time so you could get attached to these Pokemon. Um, Butterfree, for example, we had Butterfree was with Ash for quite a long while before it was released. Um, Same with Charizard, same with Pidgeot. Pidgeotto was with Ash for the entire Kanto League. And just, there's a plethora of other Pokemon that we've seen like I just did not find this emotional, and the fact that they tried to make it emotional kind of feels like an insult. And I said this in the previous review of like the Japanese the sub version. I felt insulted as an anime fan to see them try to make it emotional when there was no reason for this to be an emotional moment. Just literally, the whole point of this whole Gudra thing was have it start off as a Gumi, evolve it into a badass, and then release it so that it could stay back home. Literally, the journey was to take Gumi from the area that he first showed up to the wetlands to leave him there. That was the point of this whole thing. So honestly, there should be no emotional attachment to any of this, especially since all this shit was leaked prior. Granted, most of these episodes are pre-made before they're released, so you can't just change it. Um, so I guess I mean maybe that's why that they didn't do anything. But I'm just saying there really was no reason to be emotionally invested into this whole goodbye thing. Um, but Guju's gone. Whatever. I'm just excited that he's getting annoyed back. In case you guys didn't know that, that might be a spoiler, but he's getting annoyed back in the future. We have information on that, so I'll be happy with that. As long as he keeps that bitch, because if he doesn't keep Noibat, I'm just gonna say that Ash can't have Dragon types because apparently they're just too good for him, or at least evolve Dragon types. Because I mean, everybody's expecting this to evolve into an Wyvern, and better damn evolve into an Wyvern. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know I'm being a little quiet, but that's because it's like 5:30 in the morning. Yes, I had to get up really super early today because I'm not at home. Um, and if you guys are a fan of mine, let me know if you guys want to see a house tour. Cause I mean, we still have to do some cleanup because my mom just recently moved into this house, so we're still trying to like sort everything out. But if you guys want to see a house tour, let me know in the comments down below. And also in the description, you're gonna find the links to the episodes if you guys want to watch them. And remember, the episodes don't instantly show up on there because it's really early right now. So it might take a couple minutes or maybe an hour or so before they do go live on those websites. Um, but yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. This has been SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.